What's going on, YouTube? Debonair D coming back at you with another video, man. And I kind of saw this like a week ago, or however long ago it was, but about a week ago, I was on DJ Vlad's Instagram page. I was on Bosco's page and a few other people, and they were posting free '03 Greedo. And I just saw a legion of comments, an innumerable amount of comments, saying, fuck his ass. Ain't this the nigga that said, fuck Tupac, fuck his ass. Don't free him. I'm glad he got the 20 years. Hope he rots in jail. Hope somebody shanks his ass. Hope somebody rapes him. All these negative comments. And, a lot of people, of course, that are on Instagram, they're teenagers, you know what I'm saying? So a couple of these pages I did click on, they were teenagers. They were in high school or 18 or 19, you know what I'm saying? So they, teenagers. But I clicked on a lot of these pages and these were grown ass men and women, 20, 25, 30. Some people, this one motherfucker I clicked on, he had a full beard. He had a picture with two like 10-year-old kids and he had some gray in his beard. Grown man, 40 plus, right? And you guys should really be ashamed of yourselves. You really should. Wanting somebody to spend time away from their family, their friends and family. I was just watching a Vlad interview with him. It was his last interview with Vlad. I think it was the 10th one. You know how Vlad breaks him up into parts. But I think it was his 10th interview, the one with Nas. He was talking about Nas being the worst beat picker. The title was something like '03 Greedo gets mad at Vlad for saying Nas is the worst beat picker. Something like that. You can find it. But in that video, he was telling Vlad that he, has a daughter. He has a daughter. And I don't know if he has other children, but in this particular clip, he was talking about his daughter. So you want this daughter to grow up without a father. Because if he's got 20 years, even if he only does 10, even if he just does half, that's 10 years that she's going to have without her father. So let's just assume the daughter is 5 years old. She's going to have to go all through elementary and middle school and most of high school without her father. And y'all are okay with that simply because he said he wasn't a fan of Tupac. Y'all want his fiance, in the clip he said he was about to get married. I don't know if he's already married by now or whatever, but y'all want this woman to lose the love of her life for 10, 15, 20 years because he said he didn't like Tupac. Y'all are some weirdos, man. You really are. You want his mom. He said his father's passed away, but you want his mom and his brothers and sisters, or whoever else cares about him, his friends and family, to go without him just because he said he didn't like Tupac. Y'all are some, like I said, there's just no other way to describe y'all. Y'all are weirdos, man, and you need to tighten up. And what's so ironic about all of this is that people in general are hypocritical, but it's so sad that oftentimes people just, they're two-faced, because in one instance, they'll talk about somebody being wrongly imprisoned. They'll talk about a black man or a black woman getting in prison for way longer than they should have been, cruel and unfair treatment. And you'll turn right around and you'll go to their profile and they're talking shit about '03 Greedo going to jail. And I could understand if you were just like a law-abiding citizen, you're 100% square, and you're like, hey man, I want him in jail because he's a criminal. I think criminals deserve to go to prison. I could understand that viewpoint. But a lot of y'all, you go to your page, you're talking about free TK. A lot of y'all, you go to your page, you're talking about how you got Black Lives Matter or some other sort of black improvement, black advancement slogan in your bio. You seem to be woke. I don't even like using that term, but you call yourself woke. But you're saying fuck '03 Greedo, send him to prison. And to the best of my knowledge, everything that I've heard about the case, he didn't even do what he's going to jail for. He's really going to jail because, let's just be honest, he refused to snitch. He was at the wrong place at the wrong time, and he could have gotten off or had his sentence greatly reduced, but he just didn't want to snitch. So that's why he had to take that 20 years like he actually did the crime. So, man, like I said, you niggas are just, it's something wrong with you, man. And like I said, I expect this from younger people, but people in their 20s and 30s and 40s, even if you're not a part of the streets, I would expect you to have lost some friend or some family member to the penal system, and it's no joke. You shouldn't wish prison on your worst enemy. You shouldn't even wish jail on your worst enemy, but damn sure not a federal prison. So just to see that, man, it was very disappointing. and you're goofy, you're weirdos. That's really all I can say. I can't stress it enough. But anyway, man, Free O Three Greedo. I'm not a fan of his music personally. I watched a few of his Vlad interviews. I kind of skipped through. I watched that whole Nas Beat Picker one, but he seems kind of, he's kind of a wacky guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a fan of his music. He's kind of a wacky guy, but seems cool to me. I definitely wouldn't wish prison on him. So I don't know, man. I really want y'all just to think about what you're saying. But anyway, man, I appreciate you guys watching as always. Peace.